Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Manhwa has been gaining a lot of attention in recent years, with unique stories and captivating illustrations. These new manhwa are sure to keep you entertained for hours on end. In this video, I've handpicked the best out of the best, featuring everything from action-packed to heartwarming stories. Whether you're a long-time fan of manhwa or new to this genre, these titles are guaranteed to keep you hooked, so sit back, relax, and get ready to add some new amazing manhwa to your reading list. If this video helps you out or if you simply want help, leave a like and don't forget to subscribe if you're a fan of anime, manga, or manhwa content. Without further delay, let's get into the top 10. Number 10 comes with Boundless Necromancer. The main character never thought he could become a hunter, but he was wrong. This story follows an aspiring hunter who is given the opportunity to prove himself in the Tower of Trials. The plot is intriguing as the main character is treated harshly in the real world, but is given a second chance to prove himself in the tower, where all hunters' stats are resetted. The main character is cold and not easily forgiving, adding an interesting dynamic to the story. The reader is left wanting more and eagerly waiting for the next chapter. Overall, Boundless Necromancer is a must-read for fans of the fantasy and action-packed storytelling. In number 9 we have I'll Resign and Have a Fresh Start in This World. This manhwa follows the story of Lee Soo, a man who loses his parents and is struggling to cope with the loss. He finds a portal that leads him to a different world, where he starts a new life and the story follows his journey. The manhwa is wholesome and heartwarming, with a strong focus on the slice of life and cooking elements. The main character is relatable and likable, and the side characters are well written, providing comedic relief and adding to the charm of the story. The art is polished, especially when it comes to the cooking aspect. Overall, it's a must try for anyone looking for some laid-back and comforting story. Number 8 comes with Surviving as a Mage in a Magic Academy. The protagonist is a graduate student called Yi Han, who finds himself reborn in another world as the youngest child of a mage family. Initially, he is reluctant to attend school again, but ultimately decides to attend Aaron Guard, with the goal of graduating and securing his future. The story has a mix of fantasy and comedy elements, with the main character being a relatable with a realistic approach to this new world, which many don't. Now, one of the side characters I like the most is the headmaster of the academy, a leech, because he adds an element of challenge for the students. The art is also well done and adds to the fantasy atmosphere of the story. Overall, it's a well executed and enjoyable read for fans of a Magic Academy stories with a touch of humor and wholesomeness. There's no official translation at the moment. In number 7 we have Real Life Player. This is a story of a top awakener who dies in one of the most dangerous dungeons, and gets sent back in time to when he was a baby. The main character, who has lost his family and closed off his heart, wants to make his life different and will do anything for the sake of his happiness. It starts to work towards getting everything he had lost in his previous life, and change the future, even if it means walking a thorny road by himself without anyone acknowledging him. This is a satisfying manhwa with an excellent pacing. The plot may seem cliché at first, but the enjoyability is very high. The author knows what he's doing, and the direction of the story is clear. Though the first 10 chapters may have heavy plot armor and the main character actions may be questionable, the story improves as it goes on. The art is great, and the characters introduced so far are good. The main character genuinely wants to be with his family, which is refreshing to see and makes it different. There's no official translation at the moment. Number 6 comes with Dr. Player. This story follows Raymond, the illegitimate son of the king. After being shamed and scored by his family, he runs away and becomes a healer, only to be ridiculed for getting an F rank. However, one day a miracle occurs and Raymond gains medical knowledge that had not existed in this world. He becomes the first surgeon and starts his journey as a legend. The main character is down to earth and shows a variety of emotions and behaviors that are normally not portrayed in other works. Though the plot is not fully revealed yet, the characters feel realistic to the setting. I do find the idea of the main character magically gaining 5 years worth of medical knowledge to be an overkill, but it is a system-based manhwa, so that's to be expected, I guess. Despite some issues here and there, the manhwa is promising and I'm excited to see where it goes. There's no official translation at the moment. In number 5 we have I Regress to My Ruined Family. In his original world there was a war against the dragons, and the main character dies fighting the Dragon King, but after dying is transported to a parallel world. In this new world the hero discovers that the dragons and humans have made a non-aggression pact, and that his family has fallen and is on the brink of ruin. This is a regression revenge type story, with some kingdom building and management elements. The main character, despite his reputation as a great swordsman, is not ruthless, but he will kill whoever is needed to. The side characters are well written, some with more likable personalities. The manhwa is visually pleasing, especially with the fighting scenes. The world building is massive, with many kingdoms and nobles occupying different lands, and the looming threat of the dragon invasion. Even though it might not be the most original work, it's pretty satisfying, and I expect great things from it. There's no official translation at the moment. Number 4 comes with Transcendent Academy. This manhwa follows the story of Seo Jun, a young man who is working to pay off his deceased parents' debt and attend the Hunter Academy. However, an unfortunate accident leads to Seo Jun spending all of his savings on surgery, and he falls into despair. Suddenly, a strange ad plays, offering him the chance to become an Awakener and register at a different kind of Hunter Academy called Transcendent Academy. This academy is in a different dimension and taught by figures from mythology and history. Even though this is your typical Awakener, monster, hunters, etc., Transcendent Academy makes it unique with some of its elements, where the focus is on strength development step by step, as well as the inclusion of order that manages hunters and acts like the Inquisition in medieval times. Overall, this work offers a fresh take on the hunter genre, with its unique setting and blend of fantasy and historical elements. If I were to recommend any hunter type of story nowadays, Transcendent Academy would definitely be on the top of that list. In number 3 we have A Gate Opened on My First Day as a Politician. The main character is a young man who becomes an assemblyman by coincidence. He runs for office without much expectations, but his opponent is caught for violating election fund laws and he wins by luck. However, during his oath of initiation, a gate opens over Seoul and monsters start raining down. He, together with his fellow politicians, must use wit and strategy to survive in this post-apocalyptic world. The story combined elements of politic drama and dungeon crisis, with the main character being skilled in both politics and strategy thinking. The side characters are also well developed. While the art may not be top-notch, it is still able to effectively convey the story. The world building is also well done, with an interesting take on the dungeon genre. Overall, this work is a refreshing and exciting story that keeps the reader engaged, with its unique blend of politics and fantasy. There is no official translation at the moment. Number 2 comes with Barbarian Quest. This story takes place in an uncharted world where the living are not allowed to cross a certain mountain range. The story follows the journey of Ulrich, the strongest warrior of the Boulder Axe tribe, who goes beyond the Sky Mountain range and discovers different cultures and people. The art of the manhwa is marvelous, and the fight scenes are so well done. The main character, Ulrich, is a ruthless barbarian, but I do not mind this type of character, and I'm sure you will find different sides of him throughout the story. The world building is also amazing, with minor war-like scenarios throughout the series. The story takes place in a fantasy world that resembles a medieval setting without any fantasy beings. Overall, the manhwa is best for fans of medieval era fighting stories, just like Vinland Saga. Without a doubt, something you need to try, no official translation at the moment. And in number 1 we have Lucky Me, I Secretly Cultivated for 1,000 Years, or Top Tier Providence, Secretly Cultivated for 1,000 Years. The story follows Han Jue, who is reborn in a cultivation world and discovers that he can roll a dice to refresh his spiritual root attributes and innate talents, similar to a game. He keeps rolling the dice for 13 years until he finally gets the best out of the best. This is one of the best cultivation manhwa out there. The main character is well written, with a unique system that adds an interesting twist to the story, but also requires him to work hard to gain benefits. What I mean is that you hardly see the system and it's just kind of a support for the main character, contrary to many where the system is the focus. The side characters are also well written, and the comedic moments in the story provide a nice balance to the more serious elements. The art is pleasing to the eye and the novel is also very good. Now, one of the things I'm sure you will enjoy hearing is that there's no harem. 70 chapters in, and the main character shows every time that he does not care about women, only about training and getting stronger, which is absolutely amazing. Overall, I highly recommend this work to anyone that enjoys cultivation manhwa but hates the harem tag that comes with it. Now guys, this was the top 10 manhwa you should definitely bookmark. Remember to check out this amazing new manhwa and let me know which one you like the most. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more great content just like this. Also, check out the comment section below to share your thoughts and suggest any other new manhwa I may have missed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.